evening. Thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning in to this Thursday mindfulness practice. And it's great to see you all. So as we are maybe also waiting for other people to join, we can use this time to just settle ourselves. So to sit back. Yeah, it's great to see you again. Thank you, Georgina. So just settle ourselves, choosing a comfortable posture. Whatever posture you would like to choose, you can choose to sit on a chair, you can choose to sit on your yoga mat or your mattress. And just to allow the body, allow the mind to arrive in this moment. So for the following 45 minutes, we're going to practice a mindfulness meditation together. So using this gentle mindful awareness to pay attention intentionally to what we actually experience in the present moment, not getting lost in the past or the future, just being in this moment, in the here and now, and also cultivating a sense of willingness, curiosity, and openness to embrace and engage to the experience that we have from moment to moment. So in this way, we can cultivate stillness, we can cultivate calm and peacefulness, and also to enhance our capacity to take care of ourselves physically and also mentally in a way to enhance our well-being in a holistic way. So now, once again, if you are just arrived and entered this practice group, please just choose a posture, just sit and noticing how the body is in contact, in touch with the chair or in the floor. Noticing your weight, noticing all the subtle sensations between your feet or your buttocks or your skin against the clothing or against the floor. Perhaps you may still feel the body may be holding some tension or stiffness. So in this time, in this session, we don't have to create any stress, or we don't need to bring any stress with us. So see if you can consider a possibility to let go and release some of the tension or stiffness that you may be holding in the body. You may want to take a few deep breaths. So breathing in fully, receiving the freshness, the energy, and then breathing out fully. And as you breathe out, just slowly and fully releasing the stiffness, releasing the stress, releasing the tension, and continuing to settle. Allowing the body to just be in this moment. Perhaps you have just finished your work, you have just got back home, or you have done all the activities. It doesn't matter. So in this moment, just allow the body, invite the body to be still and breathe. And then now gently inviting the breath to resume normal. Allowing the body to breathe naturally. And at the same time, also taking one moment to check in to the mind state. So noticing the mental landscape right now. How are you feeling? How am I feeling right now? So instead of judging, instead of resisting or fighting against what you really feel, just acknowledging and honoring how you are right now. Perhaps you may feel relaxed, or you may feel annoyed or disappointed by some work or some conversation happened before. That's okay. Acknowledging with kindness, acknowledging your feeling, your emotions, or maybe any thoughts that's maybe present right now. Noticing it, becoming aware. Okay, and then now intentionally allowing your attention to come back to this moment, come back to the body. And then we will transition into the coming formal practice, meditation together. Okay, so this week, we will practice a meditation called lake meditation. So LAKE, lake. But before we do that, I will give you some guidance to cultivate concentration first as a grounding practice, especially for people who may be new to meditation or maybe new to mindfulness. So usually we will practice mindfulness or meditation by choosing a particular objects to pay attention to. So normally we would choose our breath, our breathing, or the body, or sound, or our emotions. So, and then we pay attention to it. We stay focused around this object, but we don't have to control or fix or change in any particular way. And then once you notice distractions, or you may notice the mind, your heart are distracted by sounds or by thinking or stories or any worries in your mind. And the moment you notice that, the moment you acknowledge that, it means that you are becoming awake again. So it is a good thing. So it's not saying that you are doing anything wrong. So the moment you're becoming awake again, and then you just bring your attention back to the breathing or any objects that you choose to. So now, so this is the brief introduction to the guidance of how do we practice. Hopefully it is helpful for you if you are a beginner. So now we try it. We try it together. Okay. Let's settle ourselves again. So in this practice, you can choose to continue to sit, or you can also choose to lie down. That's okay too. So inviting a sense of ease and also allowing the body to be comfortable and also wakeful. Sometimes you may even want to invite the body to be dignified. So having a posture that may be upright. If you are lying down, that's okay. You may want to be awake as best as you can. You can choose to close your eyes if you feel comfortable or safe, or it is okay to leave your eyes open with a downward soft gaze. Either way is fine, it's okay. And then right now, just allowing the attention to go to the breathing. So perhaps noticing the belly, the abdomen. So as you breathe naturally, if you breathe normally, perhaps you may notice the rising and falling movement in the body, in the belly. So becoming aware of how the body is breathing. Just resting your attention there. Noticing the in-breath. Just like pause, turning around, and then the out-breath. So grounding, settling your awareness there. Just follow how the body breathes, one breath at a time. Or you can also choose to bring your awareness upper to the chest region, the heart region. For some people, you may notice the expansion of the ribs, the contraction, inflating, deflating as you breathe. See if you can detect it. And just resting, breathing, noticing. Or you can also choose the tip of the nose, the area is very little, small area in front of your nostrils or above your lips. If you're breathing through your nose, then you may be able to notice the air flowing in and out. Or if you choose to breathe through your mouth, that's okay too. You may also notice the air flowing through your mouth, the warmth, the coolness. Some of you may be wearing a face mask just like me. Then you may also feel some vivid sensations as well. So now just choose a spot, just choose a place where you can clearly, you can vividly notice the breathing. And then just focusing on that spot. If whenever you notice distractions, you notice the mind drifts off, that's perfectly fine. It is natural. Just becoming awake again, and then gently and firmly invite your attention to come back to the focus around breathing, the home base. Every time we notice distraction, we all just do the same thing, returning to the present. So now let's practice it together in silence and see how it goes. So let's enjoy the silence together. and breathe. So now, as we are settled in our breathing, so we will move on to expand a little bit with our awareness. So now releasing the focus, the tight focus around the breathing or the spot that you chose. And then we are going to pay attention to the body. And we'll go through this whole body together with the awareness. So keeping the presence, keeping the awareness, and now bringing it all the way down to your feet. So now guiding, inviting the attention to arrive into your feet. If you're lying down, you may be noticing the heels are in touch with the mat. If you are sitting, your feet may be on the floor. Or maybe you are choosing a cross-leg position, then the feet may be touching with each other. So now noticing it. What is here? What is present? Again, without judging, without giving any opinions or making any stories. Just noticing what is present right now. Noticing how the feet are protected or supported, being held by the floor, by the mat, or by the socks, by the shoes. Being still, noticing the warmth if that is present, or noticing the subtle energy, the tingling here, down in the feet, or at the bottom of your soles. So settling in the body. And now continuing to expand the awareness to notice your lower legs, your shins. So circling your shins, circling your lower legs in both sides with the awareness. Very gentle, noticing how they are right now. Are they soft or tense, tight? Can we just rest and becoming aware with the lower legs, being still, quiet, or maybe moving, that's okay. All the subtle movements, perhaps you may be able to detect too. And then now, continuing to expand and shift the attention upward to the upper legs and the knees. Noticing how the upper legs are in touch, making contact with the chair or the mat. Perhaps you may notice your weight, the pressure coming from the body. Noticing how the body is receiving, how the legs are receiving support, how they are being held, connected by the surface we are lying or sitting on. And continue to settle, continue to breathe. If you notice distractions, if you notice mind wandering, that's okay. Gently inviting the attention to come back. Returning to the body. And now we're moving up into the torso, the trunk of our body. Noticing the front, the abdomen, the diaphragm, the chest, or sensing from within the lungs, the heart, the stomach. Just receiving all the sensations that we may be holding right now without any judgment. without any opinion. We are resting here, perfectly okay. We are alive, being a whole being here. Sensing, noticing this wholeness. And also maybe turning around with our awareness to notice the back. The lower back, the smallest of the back. You may notice some discomfort here as well that happens. Soreness, numbness, or pain. So instead of resisting, fighting, can we offer kindness, gentleness to observe, to take care? So sending our breathing, sending our kindness there. Soften a little bit. And then now expanding, continuing to shift the attention to the upper back or the mid back. Noticing the spine. And also growing and expanding the awareness to cover the arms, the hands, the shoulders, how they are right now. You may notice warmth or heat. You may notice pulsing. Just breathe and focus, staying present as best you can. And then now shifting attention from the arms and the shoulders to the neck and the head and the face. How they are aligned. Any tightness, any tension you may be holding here. Or they may be soft. They may be just resting. So now we've done a journey through the body. A very gentle and kind journey through the body. We are just being still. But at the same time, we are awake. We are aware of the body. Here in this moment, being held, being supported by the surface, by the environment. And from moment to moment, it is breathing, it is alive. And then right now, we are transitioning into a practice which may involve a little bit of visualization. Just try and experience. It doesn't matter if you don't picture anything, that's okay. And just follow along and experience as best as you can. So now, turning attention to your minds, in your mind's eyes, Imagining you are seeing a lake. Imagining that in your mind's eyes, there is a lake here. It can be small, it can be large or big. So this body, a body of water, just like a pool, connecting to the basin of the earth. It is filled with water. So just try and experience that. If you can see it, feel it, sense it. Perhaps you may notice color. This lake may have color. It may be in blue, in green, or gray. That's okay. However it looks like, it doesn't matter. So this lake, its surface may be very still, very peaceful, calm. Reflecting the sunlight, reflecting the sky, clouds. Sometimes the surface of this lake, you may notice ripples or waves created by the wind or falling trees, branches, stones. So it can change. And then, after a while, it may become still again. It may become peaceful again, calm, quiet. And it's just like our mind, just like our heart. Sometimes we may notice thoughts, we may notice emotions, feelings. And they're just like the ripples, the waves. It may stir up some emotion. It may feel intense. It may feel frustrated. But after a while, we can notice change. The mind becoming still again, becoming peaceful and at ease again. And sometimes we can look beyond the surface. Just look beyond the surface of the lake and go a little bit deeper. The surface may be choppy, wavy, wobbly, but down within the center of the lake, down within the water, It is still, it is peaceful, it is quiet. It is alive. And perhaps you may also look a little bit more wider. We may be able to notice that the lake is also surrounded by the environment. The lake is connected to the trees, to the mountains. The lake is reflecting the sky, reflecting the sun, the moon, the stars. It is also supporting the livelihood, the animals in the surrounding, the birds. The lake is also nourishing the soil, nourishing the earth. So just like us, from time to time, we are connected. We are being supported and held. And also at the same time, we are supporting others as well. So now, just rest in your awareness and cultivate this sense of being a lake, being a peaceful, a still, a patient lake. This lake is breathing. This lake is alive, allowing ourselves, allowing our body, allowing our whole being to become a lake. We can allow some waves. We can allow ripples, just like the thoughts coming and going, just like our emotions, our feeling, rising and falling. We can receive it, we can hold it with the immense calmness, kindness, patience. We can hold it with our awareness and also our deeper wisdom. We can become a lake, resting, being still, being calm and patient. So now continuing to rest and be aware. What does it feel like to be a lake? And continue to breathe. Continue to be held by our surrounding, the space, until you hear the bells. Enjoy the moment. Savor the experience. So now, once again, bring attention to the body. Noticing your hands, your arms, your feet, your legs. Noticing the breathing. Becoming present again in the body. And bring some subtle movements. Gently wiggling your fingers, rolling your wrists, your shoulders. Responding to what is needed right now in the body. Very gently transitioning. Before you open your eyes, you can consider this question, this reflection question. So in our real life, maybe in the next week, what times or if any situation or any scenarios, you may be able to practice or cultivate these qualities of lake, this quality of being open to our emotions or our thoughts, and also cultivating the patience, just like a lake. How would you like to cultivate it? So this is the question that we can reflect on. Maybe at work, maybe when you are spending time with your family or your friends, or learning something new, whatever. And then when you're ready, then gently opening the eyes again and returning to this lovely virtual practice group. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for practicing along. And feel free to use the chat function if you have any insight or ideas about the reflection questions or any comments, any feedback about your experience in the meditation. Or if you have any questions, just feel free to use the chat or unmute yourself to let me know. And I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, just a quick announcement. As you may have read in the email, I will offer a upcoming MBSR online MBSR course. So you can check out my website, MindfulOcean.com/MBSR if you want to have more structured way or evidence-based way to learn mindfulness. So yeah, thank you again. And it's always great to connect with you all every week, every Thursday. Yeah, enjoy the night, enjoy your weekend, stay safe, stay well.